Alright, we're here with the next video. Like I said before, this is just another one of my decks that I've been working on. I have a few. This next one is Gravekeepers. You might be surprised, actually, how many really good matchups a well-built Gravekeeper deck has. So, yeah, I thought I'd do a profile. And let you guys see how I think the deck should be run. Basically what I did is, instead of just, trying to do what a lot of people do, which is just play a deck exactly how it used to be played, I just took it at its base and built up from there, and basically just rebuilt the deck how I think is the best to play right now. And so let's get on with it. Alright. Sorry for doing this by myself again, but I'm just in my office, so. Triple Spy, of course. It's doubtful to ever be a Gravekeeper deck that doesn't in Triple Spy. It's too good. This one already we got something different than how it used to be. Only to Recruiter. The reason for this is it's really not. It's pretty slow overall. Basically, you want to search it out with Spy, or you only want to draw one, either that or Descendant. I mean, basic combos, but drawn into a lot really isn't that great, and you have other ways to create advantage. It can get cloggy at 3, so yep, it's only 2, and only 2 Descendant, especially with such just bare bones Gravekeeper line. And any more Descendant would just be too much. 2 is the perfect number. I draw just pretty much just the right amount. I don't really want to draw it any more than I do. And 2 Commandant. Also something that's been slimmed down. While in a couple matchups, Necro Valley is incredibly important. There are plenty that it's really not, that it's just kind of an attack boost. So I think you only need 2 Commandant. I seem to draw it enough anyway, so 2 has worked out extremely well. I'd strongly recommend 2. That's it for the Gravekeeper monsters, actually, and all we have left after that is the Tour Guide and the Sengen. In this deck, Tour Guide and the Sengen actually work extremely well. I don't know if you've ever first turn Zen mains Necro Valley Royal Tribute. Feels pretty good. Sets you pretty far ahead. It's just good basic play. At first I was a little bit worried about running Sengen, but Sengen turns out to be really good. Search Spy, search whatever, Tour Guide, anything. So pretty much the only thing you can't search is Commandant. So it actually works out very well. Get you the power plays you need, and I found this to be just the right number of monsters. It's 13 monsters, with 2 of them being Commandant. It's not cloggy. I get off Royal Tribute when I draw it, and I can usually draw 1, maybe 2 monsters and the rest back row, which is what I want to do. Next, we have, 3 Duality. The other one must have gotten mixed into the pile somewhere. I'll probably come across it later. But actually 3 Duality, not 2. It's still important. Only 2 Necro Valley. 3 would be too much. I get it just the right amount with just running the 2 Necro Valley and the 2 Commandant, and then the 2 Royal Tribute. A lot of people are taking this out for Valor, but this card is still game changing. First turn Royal Tribute wins, I'd say, more consistently than opening up Peach Fusion, especially first turn. Pretty much. That's all I got to say about that. And you might think, well, but then you can't run Valor. It shouldn't be too much of an issue because Forbidden Chalice. Forbidden Chalice has proven in this deck to me to work better than Valor would, really. It's just all around a very strong card. Tour Guide, hitting Tour Guide and bringing it up to 1400 makes very little difference in this deck. Any basic card, either it's usually the 400 small enough where either it's going to get over it or it's not. It's rare that they're able to attack over something because of the chalice. And you need it because you do need the monster negation. You do need that. But like Zectors, obviously the card is, or excuse me, the deck is best against, you know, they equip the Hornet, you chalice it, it falls off. Then it's in the grave. You don't have to worry about it as much. Then you're just playing Protecting the Necro Valley. Speaking of Protecting Necro Valley, we got True Prohibitions, also something different. I know a lot of people will probably look at this and just say, what? And this doesn't make sense, but I promise try it. Never before have I main deck Prohibition, until I decided to try it in this deck and see how it worked. I love Prohibition. It's amazing. Even when you don't know exactly what you're playing against, that's okay. You don't have to first turn Prohibition. Overall, it's extremely good. Usually when you're playing Gravekeepers, there's one, maybe two cards in their deck that you just don't want them to draw, and you got it as long as they don't get those couple cards. Prohibition stops that. So many times it's, you know, Veiler's what I don't want them to have, or if I haven't drawn a protection, then Rogue or MST. There's a lot of good targets. I was playing against Link, Prohibition, Grapha. He doesn't main MSTs. I have Prohibition, Grapha, set Solemn Judgment for his Heavy Storm, and knew it was game from there. After that, we have one Allure, Dark Hole, Book of Moon, one Steel. With me bringing down the Gravekeeper line so much, one Steel is the right amount. Gets me them back when I need it to. It can be still extremely good, but it's really the card you just want to draw late game and you don't want to have early game. Obviously, if you've ever played the deck, you realize that. But moving on to traps. We got two Trenchal Tribute. Sorry. Two Trenchal Tribute. Two Bottomless. Two Deep Riz. Don't need three, but two's good. Two Starlight Road. Originally I had double Dark Bribe. And then I went to one Starlight Road and one Dark Bribe. And then I just went to double Starlight Road. Overall, the things I want to stop, I'd find myself Dark Bribing Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and Trenchal Tribute. Those were the main things I was Dark Bribing, so why not get the extra plus off them? Solemn Warning, of course, Solemn Judgment, and Mirror Force. Pretty basic trap lineup there, just with the Starlight Roads. It's nice and heavy, and then you got the chalices and all that sort of stuff. It's the right amount of defense, right amount of monsters. Try it out. I think you'll be surprised at how much you like it. It runs extremely well, and it can be quite frustrating for your opponent. Still this day, hard to play against Gravekeepers. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think. And I will be soon posting another video, another deck profile of my Dragon Exodia deck. So be sure to check that out, and everything else I'm be putting up in the next few days.